matches overall, and this is the Blue Division, Seattle Sloths versus Dallas Flat Tires. Good luck to both teams, and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how teams play this. Yesterday we saw Dallas, a different division Dallas. They all played on the hill, like 4 guys stacked. The team they were playing was playing more of like a spread out one man on the hill. And it was a very back and forth game. You usually don't see teams stack like that, but it was working because they were just every time you kill one on the hill, all of a sudden another one pops up to challenge you. You're not expecting them to have so many people just sitting there waiting to challenge you.
Do you see that as a disadvantage or an advantage?
At higher level gameplay, I think it's a disadvantage to all group up like that. I mean, it did catch the other team off guard, but I mean, once a grenade's hitting 2-3 people at a time, you're in trouble. So
True.
you also aren't getting that crossfire that is so important. As we actually loaded in late, as Seattle is up 5-3 at the moment. Gotta love
Yeah, it is a
that.
known bug. They kind of load in when we're already playing, but it looks like Dallas, they are holding P1 right now and kind of stacking up around the first hard point here. Seattle, they're going to have a hard time trying to break in here. And as I say that, I'm just going to call him Pawner. Pawner and Swifty. Pawner trades out Swifty, and currently P1 is controlled by Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas in control P1, or they're already on this P2 as RTF CoD is here set up with his teammate Swifty. And Seattle has the good spawns, but they're going to have to fight to get into this hill.
It does seem like right now Dallas, they have the rotations down a little bit better. I do notice though that Seattle, they're really good about getting in there and causing havoc and clearing out Dallas. And as I say that, Dallas with a massive defense against Seattle completely repelled that push.
Yeah, Dallas is just shooting real well right now. RTF COD is actually going 7-1 as he's on a 4 streak, holding from the satellite position. He's got Swifty kind of as that frontline guard, and he's shooting over the top, making it easy. Big BOCW is also on the rotation here for P3, so Dallas could string this 2-3 together in kind of an unconventional way, holding it from the green side. And Seattle just trying to find a way in here.
I mean, Dallas right now, they're absolutely dominating this hard point. Have over a 70-point lead over Seattle. You know, this doesn't mean the game is over, however, but Dallas has done a really good job of those early rotations, managing those cutoffs and making sure they hold the proper spawn for the current hard point. They're playing this map really, really well.
Lavelle just got in the back and got spawned, so his teammate Two-Tone spawned here. Is in a good position to push up. As Seattle manages to somehow get spawns off of it, even though they were second on that rotation. They do manage to push Dallas out. Dallas kind of being spread out.
Looks like Seattle is starting to get on the board, slowly ticking those points up to try to close the gap right now over Dallas. I think it's still kind of a 70-point lead. Actually, as I say that, a 60-point lead, trailing behind Dallas. It is a contested hard point. Dallas does move in and clear out Seattle. Seattle's doing their best, but they're actually, I guess it looks like they're chalking this hard point and doing the early rotation to P4.
Yeah, 5 seconds left. This is a good call by Seattle. You're just going to get stuck in those back spawns if you end up flipping it back. This coming out of green is probably the preferred method, as RTF COD actually pushed up mid, spawning his teammate Big Buko on the backside. Dallas is going to be in control of spawns here.
Well, it looks like as kind of this entire match has gone, Dallas is absolutely dominating those early rotations, and it's just causing havoc for Seattle. Seattle's going to have a tough time closing the gap right now.
Yeah, this lead is starting to get to a point where it's going to be hard to come back from, but if there's one thing about this map is it can be very streaky. So the first rotation you might see Dallas just having control, but if they do lose control to Seattle, they can easily come back and do the same point score the other direction.
Well, you do have Dallas. It looks like they're starting to push back on the map for that early rotation, probably trying to capture the good spawns for P5 as well. And just kind of, we actually have a 100-point lead right now over Seattle. Seattle, they've got to get their organization together here. They are a little, actually looks like we got a split spawn situation going on.
Yeah, Seattle's going to start spawning out in this back spawn. It's going to be really hard for them to get back into this hill. Is you have to across that big open gap from the tanks. As Owner is going around for bricks here, trying to get a flank, get a different angle. As we're running out of time in the match.
Yeah, I'm not really. I'm watching that as well. I'm not really sure what's.
They're on the hill. The timer should be stopped.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
that
I was noticing that as well.
that is very strange because it was definitely on the CDL rule set timer. So maybe something got messed up here, as that's gonna be the game.
Well, we're gonna have to talk to the teams, find out what they want to do. But I do actually really like seeing an A bomb site push. It can be really devastating if you pull it off, and it is a very risky move, and you could be caught on the beach around that boat. But I have seen some teams do a pretty solid A push. They kind of push up through the parking garage area. And looks like actually the game is underway currently. Doesn't look like there's any blood, and as I say that, Seattle is absolutely lighting up Dallas right now. We have a 3v1 over Dallas at the moment.
2v2.
Oh, now it is 2v2.
This RTF COD is going to run straight around this corner, running right into two-ton. He managed to pick him up. It's all down. Oh, I'm not two-ton. Jeez, how am I? I'm reading the Lavelle as Dallas managed to pick up the last kill. I don't know what I'm reading, but that is going to be 1-0 Dallas.
I didn't actually see this
Wow.
play of the game. This might have actually.
He shot him under the van. I didn't even see that.
Some good shooting by RTF COD there. A nice little two-piece.
Yeah, it's chopping the toes off of somebody behind that van. You think you're safe. I feel like that happens to me a lot in this game. Is I'm behind a vehicle, especially on like Moscow on P4. I think, oh, I'm safe behind this car. And then someone just laying down in the street shoots me from a mile away. This does look like the standard B hit that we've been used to seeing.
Yeah, you do have a massive push. It does look like Seattle, they have split their forces up around that, I think, is it Visitor Center? I can never, yep, Visitor Center. Doing a little bit of Overwatch, just protecting that possible flank, that possible A push. However, it looks like that's for naught because Dallas is making a mass push to the standard B. And just like that, first blood goes to Dallas. However, gets traded out. Big Buku drops. Swifty just drops Get Moss. And one by one, they're dropping like flies.
Yeah. Two-tone, I'm gonna call him, is he's left out by himself, but he's kind of on the out, right? He's got to try to find a way back into this B site. He knows Dallas is definitely in control, but they actually don't have the bomb, so they're not planting yet.
You know, honestly, I think they're playing it safe right now. Dallas knows that Seattle's got to come to them. I'm sure they're very aware that it's a 2v1 scenario, so I would imagine you're going to see a bomb hit go down, and just like that, Dallas takes it.
Two-tone was in a great spot there. If he could have got that pickup, the other guy was stuck planting the bomb. He could have got the two-piece to pull that round out.
And just like that, we are 2-0. Dallas has taken 2 straight victories. We're going into the third round. I do believe we've got Seattle on the attack now. I would imagine we'll probably see a pretty standard B push. However, I have noticed that Seattle, they really like to spread their team out, whereas Dallas, they like to push in kind of wave style. It's almost like that focus point. It's 2 very different styles of play, and I think right now that it's not playing in Seattle's favor. However, as I see, actually, no, you do see that Toulon, he is pushing around the piano, trying to watch those lanes, maybe that cutoff to Visitor Center as well. And I think we're going to be seeing a pretty standard B push. And see, if you look at that mini map right there, kind of like what I was saying, you have Dallas who just pours into the objective, whereas Seattle, they're a little bit more methodical. They spread out. They try to surround their objective.
Yeah, Seattle's got to try to flood through one of these points, or at least hit 2 at the same time. One does get picked up here. There's a fight going off on the front side. Down to 2 for Seattle. It's just Get Moss and Poner. They're going to have their work cut out. Dallas is fully set up on this B site. Swifty
we do have some
to
missed.
stay alive.
Yeah, you do have some missed shots by Poner, but it does happen. You know, enemy running out in the open last minute. Looks like there is a little bit of fire going down, and just like that, Dallas takes it 3-0.
3-0 Dallas. Seattle's just got to get a pick. Currently, they're just losing that first gunfight, and odd man advantage Dallas. The way they're playing, all packed together, as you said, makes it a lot
Okay.
easier to get that second kill on somebody.
Yeah, Senior just mentioned it's two-tone. That's what I thought it was too, but now you got that. Now you got me all messed up. Toulon. What is Toulon?
I said two-tone, didn't I?
No, you were saying Toulon. That's, or I don't know.
I was saying two-tone.
Maybe I was saying.
You were saying
Oh,
too
good
long
lord.
because he added you. So
Maybe I'm stroking right now. I don't know what's going on, but you do see, and also you actually have an A push going on right now by Dallas and Seattle. Their MO, they're spreading out. They're trying to watch those lanes, be as strategic as possible. And Dallas, typical, is that tip of the spear just pouring in. I do, as I say that, you do have is that RFT CoD. He's watching in and around the pool and Tiki area over there.
yes, two-tone's in a good spot to stop this push if you can find some of the Dallas players. He does manage to pick up one. Is he gonna spot Sergeant Stepbro out here on the boat? He does spot him. Gets some shots on him, stops the push. Lavelle is also in a good position here to just push in and get this flank, or just wait for them to come across him.
Yeah, a lot less aggressive from Dallas here. Made a massive push to that A bomb site, but they're kind of like reaching out, testing,
Oh, this is a
much like
great play by Dallas.
yeah.
They're rotating to B.
Oh, wow.
Do they
Playing
have
a
the
little
time to
mind
get to the
games. They're
bomb,
not
though?
playing the game, they're playing the player.
He's got 7 seconds to get to the bomb plant. He's just barely going to make it, I think. He does make it. Seattle's stuck over at A, just kind of looking for Dallas. It's going to be alerted now that the B is planted. RTF COD picks up two-tone, all down to Lavelle.
It's going to be very difficult 3v1, and the Dallas, they just have to wait for Seattle to come to them. Ball's in their court right now.
He does manage to get one. He's got to find the other one. He does manage to pick up an AR here. Kind of a strange sight. You don't.
I
normally
don't
see
think
them.
he sees Big Buku over there, and Big Buku might catch him out in the open. And just like that, he drops, and Dallas takes that. We're going into the 5th round, 4-0, Dallas over Seattle.
Yeah, Dallas is looking really good right here. They're just playing the trades a little bit better, getting the picks that they need. That smart heads-up play to rotate to the B site after the A kind of was stopped. They didn't want to keep pushing in and dying. They felt like the B rotation was perfect. Timing
They
on the
might have
rotation
been
was
part of the
perfect.
plan too, though, is you make that A push, you throw them off balance, you might catch a couple of flanks, catch them on their, I guess, back foot, if you will, pick off a couple, put a little pressure on, and then pull back out before you suffer any casualties and push back to that B bomb site. A really good play on their part,
Yeah,
honestly.
the timing was perfect. With 10
It
seconds
was.
left, I think he started that plant. There's kind of a stalemate out here in mid-map. I don't know if he saw Big Book back here behind this van. I don't think he did.
It's Big Buku, by the way.
Big Buku?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll help each other with the names.
Sometimes these names can be a little difficult.
It's okay.
The bomb is down over on the beach. I don't know if Dallas... I mean, they couldn't possibly know that because the bomb's so small in this game. Like, I've killed people and you can't see that thing, man.
Well, they did just catch two-tone out in the open. It is a 2v4 right now. Dallas is locking down mid-map, and now it is just like that, a 1v4. Seattle's got to make something happen here. He's in a very tough spot.
Yeah, Poner he's got the pistol for this close range engagement, but 1v4 to keep this live around. Wow. Words are hard today as Dallas goes up 5-0.
Oh, 5-0 going in the 6th round. This is match point for Dallas. Seattle, they've got to make something happen here.
Yeah. It's like we saw in the CDL today, that A push was super popular, which was very strange to see, but the snipers being gone, you don't have to worry about getting that pick. I know there's a couple guys sitting up top visitor center with the Krieg, and that was kind of the substitute sniper, if you will. It is the long-range AR that they're using. They did manage to update streaks for the CDL rule set, at least, before today. I think those went up like an hour or two before the matches started.
It's a real dangerous position right now for Seattle. You have a 4v2, and unfortunately numbers did not play in their favor there. Dallas was able to wipe the floor with them going into the parking garage. Looks like one of Dallas did just drop. Seattle spilling a little bit of blood, and right now we have, I think, a 2v3, and it looks like actually just like that, RFT CoD, he takes another out.
Oh.
Is that Lovelax?
They both jumped the wall, and he didn't actually see him. As the shots go off, he spins around, gets the kill. 6-0 for Dallas. Dallas in complete control of the series right now, up 2-0 in the series. We had that weird hardpoint map, the first one, with the timer not stopping. I'm not sure what happened there.
Alex, give me the rundown here for anyone kind of just now tuning in, maybe doesn't know a lot of strategies as far as how to play Garrison Control.
Garrison Control, pile everybody into the hill. I mean, we watched it yesterday. One of the team's strategies in hardpoint was just to sit in the hill, and then when they came over to control, all 4 people were just in the zone the whole time. They captured zones so fast. But if you can somehow sneak someone through top green into the A site, it takes pressure off the B site, and it's an easy capture then. And then from that point on, you kind of funnel through bricks, try to pick up some kills, get zone control. We are dropping into the map. Dallas on the defense first, Seattle on the attack.
Does look like early on you do have the first B control point. I think they're on it and starting to cap it. It's hard to tell.
They are on the point. It is contested at the moment.
I am curious with control. I have noticed a lot of teams, they don't always push as a team onto that control point, and just given how fast you cap it. Do you think there's any reason for that, Mello?
I think it's people still aren't used to control. I mean, we had it in Black Ops 4, but last year with the 3rd game mode being everyone's favorite domination, you're used to hardpoint where you only have to keep 1 person on. So switching to that, we got to pile on, but also do map control can be a little difficult. So it's also kind of like a risk reward, right? Like everyone's on the zone, but then you're giving up map control.
That is true. Well, and actually it looks like we do have first tick in the B control point. Dallas was able to move in, control it, or clear it out, and you do have, I think, Dallas, they're slowly rotating back up to A. Seattle's kind of spread out on the map right now. A little bit risky on their part. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but it looks like we have a pretty good flank right now going on by Big Buku, cutting them off in the spawns there.
Yes, Seattle does have Poner here in this A zone, but he does finally get picked up. That was their opportunity, as you saw Dallas send 1 or 2 people. Kind of would have freed up some space on B, but they did pick up the kills on Seattle before that rotation had to come in.
Seattle's coming down to the wire here. They've got to keep it contested or start capping it because they are out of time. Looks like we do have 8 respawns as well. A pretty big gap between the 2 as well. I think Dallas, they're just seems like their chemistry is a little bit better at the moment, but all in all, hats off to both teams so far. And just like that, Dallas does take it 3-0 over Seattle.
3-0.
Mello.
What do you mean 3-0? That was only 1 round.
Good Lord, you're right. I'm sorry. That was an absolute brain dump on my part there. I'm sorry. I feel so stupid right now.
No, that's not over.
No, I know. It was one of those moments that you just completely forget where you're at.
Now, yesterday on this map, we also had Garrison control, and it's almost always defense wins the round.
Yeah.
We somehow had 5 offensive round wins in one series. Nobody won a defense. So it was quite the game to watch as bodies were flying. And for anyone tuning in that has watched in the past weeks, they actually changed the lives count. It used to show respawns remaining. It now shows lives. So you start at 30 instead of 26. Because I actually
do like that.
It is just people alive as 2 of Seattle goes down. Dallas is going to be in control of this B site. I'd like to see maybe number 6 push up, help capture that, get 3 people on. But as I say that, he is going to get flanked. Seattle setting up a nice pinch here, possibly onto this point.
Seattle moving in, clearing out that control point. Did a fantastic job, absolutely destroying Dallas there, and we're able to clear that tick back down on the B control point.
Yeah, they do have 1 tick, but Seattle rotated over to A. I didn't know if was there a Dallas player over there, possibly.
I'm not really sure either, but it does look like they're actually getting back to that B control point. Two-Tone might be going for a little bit of a flank and a cutoff here in the spawn. Dallas, as per usual, they're doing really, really focused, concentrated attacks on their objective. Usually if you see one, the other three aren't going to be far behind. And I think they're making a pretty solid B control point push
Two-Tone
at the
getting
moment.
some help from his teammates there to stay alive a little bit longer. Lovelex is on the flank here. He's going to pick up one. Could he get the second one? Oh, Swifty, but the movement manages to escape onto the bridge.
Swifty with a really good two-piece there.
So yeah, Swifty, that movement to stay alive, get on the bridge, get out of line of sight, and then immediately re-engage, or as they say, ego chow. Dallas here needs to start flooding this point.
And actually, I think that's exactly what they're doing here. They're very quickly capping B, and I think just like that, they just added a minute to their time.
Yeah. Poner here in this lights. They need to start rotating here. Dallas is going to get some big kills, possibly push through the back here into the bricks. I'd like to see Swifty go on kind of this long flank, get some spawn kills. Based on that position, people are going to be spawning back right, and just like that, he's going to see... I think he saw all three. I do hear some streaks coming in. Swifty's still alive here. He's putting a lot of damage down, not managing to get too many kills. He is on a 4 streak. Make that 5. Did he get that 6th one? No,
it was
actually,
hard to tell.
He did not, because RTF COD managed to pick up both those. There's his 5 streak. Swifty just going off with this pistol. No time to switch to the main weapon and reload it.
First tick is capped on the A control point. Dallas is pouring in. I think they've realized they got a moment here. They're probably going to get the second tick here as well.
Interesting choice here by Big Buku is he kind of pushed off that hill, only leaving one person on the hill. Giving them time to get on here and clear it off is... Seattle manages to stop the ticks, but the lives remaining right now in Dallas's favor. Only 28 seconds left, though. Seattle, if they can stop one more big push here, they can take the round even with the fewer lives remaining.
Yeah, Dallas has been outgunning them a large portion of this map. However, Seattle, I think they're playing this a lot more strategic, a little bit more carefully, and we've got 11 seconds left. They've got to cap it here or it is over for them.
Oh, that's a huge kill here by Swifty, who came through bricks. That's going to be 2 people on the zone. We are going to... Seattle, oh, they're stuck on the outside. As Dallas managed to take that round, they almost threw it away there at the end.
Seattle did a really good job of whittling them down like that. And I did notice this round, I think Seattle did start warming up a bit because most of the match, the live count was actually pretty even. You saw a lot of good kills by Seattle, a lot of good flanks and gunplay on their part. Unfortunately, they did run out of time there, but I really thought they had them there.
Yeah, it's just Dallas... They put themselves in a situation by pushing off the hill when they had 2 or 3 people on it. They were going for kills in that brick area, which in theory is, yeah, you can cut off the reinforcements, but if you get picked off right away, you're making the hill capture slower. You're kind of loosening the defenses there as someone did push through green. As this is going to be a quick A hit here by Sloths. This is a good choice. They got 2 people on it. This first tick might go to them.
Yeah, I think they are going to get it here Actually, it's hard to tell. Did they get it?
They did. Yep.
Okay.
It popped at the top. But see, that's going to open up space for them to hit B now. As Big Buku is in a great position here, though, to stop it. He managed to get one. He does force the other one off the hill.
You do have Dallas playing really good mid-map control. You kind of see what they're doing is they're all... you have like a 360 view on the map.
Two-Tone getting the assassination. Put a little emphasis on the capture. Does get some help from teammates to pick up another kill. Yes.
Two-Tone on a little bit of a streak there.
Yeah, he had great position in the back, waiting for his teammates to get to the close push. As Seattle needs to start flooding this hill. 49 seconds left. You'd like to have more time to work on this A hill.
They are really close to that B tick, and I think they, just like that, they are going to get it. If they can pour into that B control point, I think they can cap it before it gets contested. You do have Sergeant Stepbro pushing in right now, possibly getting a big flank. Unfortunately, he did not push quick enough. They were able to cap that B control point, and just like that, it is down to 1 control point, an A push.
Now, the A is the harder one to take, though, even when you got a minute and a half. They are down on lives. As I say that, Poner just goes right through the front door, says hello, thank you. And if his teammates can get here, they are actually in a great position to get some control here. That's 2 on the point. Make that 1 again as Moss does get taken down. There's 3 of Dallas pushing.
I'm questioning Dallas's, and again, maybe it's because they're a team who likes to, push together, but I am questioning their decision to wait there, allowing Seattle to just cap so much time on that control point.
I think they saw it was kind of slowly moving, so they knew only one person was in the hill. So because if you try to rush in one at a time and that one manages to take you out, you're going to give up even more time. So if there would have been 3 people on the hill, you got to go, right? But they do take back control with only 1 tick left, 1 minute remaining. 9 lives to 18. Dallas is in full control here. It's only 1 tick, 1 good break from Seattle, and they could take this. They just, at this point...
You do have Big Buku and Sergeant Stepbro. They were digging in for the winter, but as I said that, it looked like, I think Sergeant Stepbro was cleared out of the control point. You do have Stepbro and RTF CoD. They're kind of working the backside of the control point there. That's a big push.
Yeah, he went on that flank, managed to break it. Moss coming in behind him on almost identical flank. They have to get Swifty off the hill. Swifty's just going huge on defense here, picking up the kills he needs.
Swifty completely holding it down for his team at the moment on this control point.
Sloths have a lot of players in the area here. They just can't quite find all the kills as Dallas.
Unfortunately, Seattle's got... They're going to run out of lives here. It is down to 1 live remaining. Lovelex, it is a 1v12 right now. Tall order for anyone.
Yeah, that is going to be the 3-0. And that's 3-0 in the series as well. So,
see, that's what I was talking about earlier. I did make a mistake. It was a premonition.
Is that what it was? Swifty
no, I was just being an idiot. I'm sorry.
This was actually Swifty going huge here on the defense. If Seattle would have been able to get him out of this back corner, they could have possibly had 2-3 people on the hill.